Champlain, I love New York. It's going to show out the next 2 weeks as we're at Champlain and the St. Lawrence River. We're happy to have you join us for our coverage this week at Lake Champlain. Welcome into the Bass Cat Boats Facebook Live pre-show. I'm Ronnie Moore. We got Mike Sukon here and Such.
Hey, Ronnie Moore.
It's almost the end of school, which means if you haven't made the grade, you better start getting going now.
Yeah, we got a lot of tight races, a lot of tight classes. AOY separated by 1 point. Joyce Fuentes is up 25 on the Rookie of the Year, but Koya Fujita's only 25 back of him. There could be a lot of movement. We've got a lot of guys fighting for that top 41 spots to get in the Classic, let alone requalifying for the Elites. There's a number of those guys who need to catch, and the pressure's up these next 2 weeks.
We will keep an eye on all of those races, and especially when we get down to the end of the season, we think about Progressive Angler of the Year with every single fish catch that happens. And boy, did it get tight. It's kind of a blowout until the Sabine River. Brandon Cobb took a step back. Kyle Welcher took the lead by 12 points. Cobb retook that at Lake St. Clair by 1 single point. So Brandon Cobb is your Progressive Angler of the Year leader going into Lake Champlain. They have about a 40-point lead over third and fourth. And then it's just single points from fourth all the way down to about 8th or 9th place. You better catch them these last 2 weeks. The weights are going to be stacked and every point's going to be valuable. We got to talk to our Angler of the Year leader, Brandon Cobb, before takeoff this morning at Lake Champlain.
I really don't think so. But like I don't really fish any differently because of points, because the way fishing is, everybody thinks we find 1,000 different fish and we're like, oh, these are bigger but riskier. Oh, these are little. And it's not really like that. I'm just fishing for the fish I found. I mean, if I was in 80th in AOI, if I'm leading, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to fish for the fish I found and hope it works out. That's all you can do.
We gotta go to work. I'm gonna have fun, but I gotta go to work. Like, we gotta make this happen. There's an opportunity here. We gotta take advantage of it. So very, very excited. Gotta calm down on the first bite. Calm down. Don't get too crazy. Don't, light line. Gotta ease into them. So hopefully we get a bite. That's the thing. Hopefully we get a bite. Don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I'm ready.
We're going to be in the boat with some of our best anglers notoriously at Lake Champlain, plus our Angler of the Year race, plus some classic line implications as well. But 2021 Lake Champlain went exactly as we thought it would. Brian Schmidt, phenomenal track record here at Lake Champlain. And Such, it took some final day, late couple-hour heroics from some smallmouth, but Brian Schmidt was able to take the title for another Elite Series
he had that
win.
late catch coming in and only won by 8 ounces, Ronnie.
It was a tight one. Every single time we come to places like Lake St. Clair, Lake Champlain, and the St. Lawrence River, the weights throughout the tournament are so tight. The margin of error is so small, and Brian Schmidt, he showed why his track record here is as strong as it is. At an Elite Series level, he is now a victor there, our defending champion. We will be out with Schmidt all day long today. We'll also be out with our 2 Angler of the Year leaders, like we talked about, Brandon Cobb and Kyle Welcher. We'll also have Seth Fighter, who has 3 top 5s in all 3 Elite Series events he's fished here.
He's on the bubble of Classic qualification, Ronnie.
He slipped back a little bit at Lake St. Clair. As we take a look at the map of Lake Champlain, it's a huge playing field, about 65, maybe 70 miles down to Ticonderoga at the bottom of Lake Champlain. But you've got the inland sea, you've got all those different bays, Mallett's Bay, Keeler Bay, you got St. Albans, all those places. You can also see on the map some of our other anglers will be covering, like Keith Combs, who needs to catch him here, got second last time we were here, and Hank Cherry, 2-time back-to-back Bassmaster Classic champion.
Just outside our Classic cut line.
First man out.
Yeah.
This was this morning with Hank Cherry.
Nice start.
Not a bad start for Hank Cherry, who, like you said, Such, 42nd in Angler of the Year, which is 1 spot below that classic line. Wants to make sure that he follows up a good St. Clair event with 2 good events in New York, and he will be looking for revenge at Grand Lake next spring.
Guys near the bubble want Jeff Gustafson to do okay, but not knock them out. Gussie's 47th. He double qualifies. We get another elite in the Classic next year.
We go over to Kyle Welcher, 1 point behind in our Angler of the Year race. Today it's going to be a little bumpy, Such. That wind from the south all day long. It's going to grow throughout the day, I believe.
Supposed to be mild now. Under 10 miles an hour, supposed to get up to near 14, 15.
Here's a good one.
On the map, I have not seen anyone go towards Ticonderoga today.
We do have about half of our field with marshals, a couple more obviously with camera guys. There may be some people who do not have a observer in the boat that decide to take that risk and run south to Ticonderoga. This would be the year. There's some different changes in Lake Champlain. A little bit of high water. We'll get into all of those details and more on Bassmaster Live, the full show. Tommy, Z, and the whole gang will join us 8 a.m. Eastern Time. About 13 minutes from now at Lake Champlain. We'll be live all day long until these guys start to head back for weigh-in towards the end of the day, 8 a.m. Bassmaster.com. We'll have live mix throughout the day as well. Dave and Davey on site. See the whole shebang at Lake Champlain, the next to last stop. Thanks for joining us on the Bass Cat Boats Facebook Live pre-show.